Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
All the awards that Sammie has won, which one gives you the greatest joy and why?
Woo!
Yes.
This one, the SOAR Awards. I mean, when you find yourself in that global atmosphere and you look around, Azu, you are the only African in the room, not just the only Nigerian, the only African on the lineup. I was given the opportunity to do a live performance of one of my recently released singles, my Miracle, and then you stand there and they are reading your citation. Who is it that is reading your citation and introducing you? One of the biggest names in gospel music in the world, Todd Dulaney, is right there introducing you and calls you up to come and take the award and moves to the side for you to give your acceptance speech. You turn here, you turn there, you see Mary. Listen, all the big names, everybody is there, and you are the only African in that room. And I'm like, listen, and I said it in my acceptance speech. I mean, it's out there on YouTube that Africa, we're here. There is going to be an interesting collaboration. Nigeria, Africa, we are here. We are going to collaborate and we're going to make good music. So the SOAR Awards just sums it up for now. Like the journey so far from Welu Welu, you have gone through getting all the great awards in Nigeria, in Africa, in Europe, and then this is the global stage. This is the global stage, and you look back and you just said, this is a good time to sing that song again. Jesus, I thank you. Welu Welu.
Interesting.
I believe that the best is still to come.
Interesting. Now, of all your songs, which one do you sometimes or most times find yourself singing, unknowingly, which one do you normally?
I know where to go with this one already. I have this song titled, Not Only You I Know is that song that I go to. Not only you I know, even if the world not say so, I go let them know. Everywhere I go, even times when I fall, you catch me, you raise me, you're not through me. And I know if any other person go, fit to love me like the way you love me, oh, Papa, oh, Daddy.
Interesting.
Because you love me, not only you, I know. That song is the story of my life.
Interesting. So how do you feel as a person anytime you fall, anytime people say Sammie has done this and Sammie has done that, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel human, Azu. I am human. And like I said to you earlier on, allowing mistakes to teach you, and I must say this real quick, it's not also an excuse to begin to live in a constant atmosphere of misbehavior. There are things that can be avoided, and there are things that will really need to get you for you to learn. So every time I have made a mistake, every time I have made a bad decision, every time I have found myself in an uncomplimentary atmosphere, every time I have had an uncomplimentary press report, it touches me, but I know that, listen, dude, you are human. You are human. So let this teach you something else. Whatever God wants you to learn from this, learn it, go through the season, go through the phase, come out a better version of yourself. Because I am not my mistakes, and I have refused to be defined by my mistakes. People make mistakes. There are loads and loads. Some of the most successful people in the world today have made mistakes. They've been rejected. They've been told you will never get there. Nothing good will come out of you. But guess what? They kept it going. So I am thankful that I've had to get to so many points in my life where something will slow me down. Because, and as each time that happens to me, as with God as my witness, when I come through it, it looks like an exam that God set for me, because I am taking you to a greater dimension where I needed you to learn some things that by the time you get to this next level, you know how to handle yourself. Again, I say, let me balance it. It is not, nobody should take this as an excuse. Oh yeah, Sammie said it's okay to make mistakes. No. It's not a license to misbehave. The ones you can avoid them. But the ones that just get you and you can't explain it, you don't know how it happened, it shall happen. Maybe you even walked into it with your koro eyes. Learn what God needs you to learn and understand that I made a bad decision. I don't want to be caught there again. I should have done this. You know how you know how you review. You know, like after your event, you sat back and said, how was the event? What is it that I could have done that could have added some more color? What it is that I could have done differently? Okay, next year, or when I have another public lecture, I'm going to do it this way, I'm going to do it that way. So these are the things that mistakes make me do. And I'm speaking for myself, and I wish somebody out there that you probably have found yourself in situations that were totally uncomplimentary. It made the headlines. You were talked about negatively. Listen, go through the process. God is processing you. God is cutting away some bad habits. God is giving you better judgment. God is helping you to package yourself properly. God is helping you to know what to do. If this comes up again and again, you know, Azu, it's like you give me an address to your house for the first time. The only time I'm going to ask you for directions is the first time. I might get lost. But once I find my way there and I know the place, the next time I'm coming to your house, I will just call you. Azu, are they outside? Call open gates. Because I now have information. I know how to get there, and I don't need any assistance to find my way there. So those things have happened. They have happened. And I cannot tell you right now that, Azu, hey, moving forward, I will never make any mistake in my life again. Anybody who says so, we need to buy a coffin for that person. He's about to die. Because life will throw all kinds of things at you. But I always say, when life throws you lemons, turn it to lemonades, squeeze it nicely, put some ice on it, drink it, get up, and become a better version of yourself.
Interesting. It doesn't. So what would you say has been or was the greatest lesson that you learned from that whole experience?
I have learned to never let my guard down. I have never learned to just take people at face value. Because this was a situation of a fan that became a foe. Don't just, I have learned that first things first, as a married man, there is a way you need to comport yourself around the female folks. You know how your fans can be, listen, they can be super excited. They can be ready to go to crazy lengths with you. But you should be the barometer. You should be the one who measures how far a fan gets with you, especially the female folk and even the male folk. Some of the male folks can have good intentions in the beginning and it turns out sour. So I have learned to guard my environment. I have learned to conduct myself moving forward. When the fan is overly excited that wants to stay around you, when it's too late, you gotta go. And you gotta make sure that there are people around you as an artist, everywhere you travel in the world. Don't allow yourself to be alone, so that even if you cannot check yourself, somebody can checkmate you. That is very, very important, especially when you travel and the fans are super excited. Oh, can we hang out? Can we do this? Okay, some of them you have to say capital no to. And it is better to hurt their feelings than for them to be another story tomorrow. And some of them you can say, okay, I'll find time to do it, but never be alone. Never be alone. So that, and let it be somebody that you trust, or some group of people who can checkmate you, who can tell you, listen, dude, it's time to go. Listen, we gotta go. And wherever you guys are at, you are never alone. So listen, if I tell you everything I've learned about this, by the way, it's all going to be in my book. It's called Accountability. Have people you are accountable to. Have people you are accountable to. Have people who can call you at any time. And even moving forward, boom, I will do my possible. You know, sometimes you think you have outgrown certain things until something happens to you, and you will know that, dude, you are not a robot. You are still human. And listen, we want to be born again. We want to love Jesus and stay around Jesus. Your hormones are not born again. Oh. Your hormones no. Let's say it as it is. Your hormones are not born again. And when you are finished performing, you are finished giving out so much to the people, you become vulnerable. So you got to be careful who you are around at those times. If you are a married man, that is the time. Once you finish, get on video call with your wife and talk to her till morning, and then sleep later, or hang around the people who can protect you and make sure you are in good company. There's a whole lot. My book is coming out, Becoming Sammie Okposo. So there are a lot of these things I'm going to lay out there, no holds barred, because I believe it is going to help a lot of people right now, people coming up, people who desire to do what we do.